So I want to talk about actually getting the natural experience, what your body is actually designed for. It is to get oxygen, to get nature, to get everything, but specifically you want to walk barefoot whenever you can. You can walk barefoot inside and outside. The reason why walking barefoot is so healthy for you, it gives you feedback. Your body actually gets a lot of feedback from your feet. There is pressure points on your feet, and as you press on them, every single pressure point on your foot translates into an organ in your body. In fact, the ancients used to say that the feet actually have healing power for the rest of your body, and they can actually tell about illnesses and other things that you have, and it translates into your whole entire body. Chinese medicine and Oriental medicine really has a big focus on healthy feet. So with that said, having really bad shoes is actually one of the #1 causes of anxiety and health issues. One is your posture. If you have bad posture, you're not going to feel good, and your spine is going to give you bad feedback to yourself, and you're not going to feel good during the day. And your spine could be misaligned from your footwear. That's right, if you're wearing the wrong kind of footwear, you're going to get misaligned. Now, if you walk naturally, barefoot, your spine naturally is going to align the correct way. And here's why. When you're walking on your feet, you usually step on the toes when you walk barefoot. When you're walking with shoes, you step on the entire foot. It's incorrect for you to step on the entire foot when you're walking, because you actually are hitting this part of your foot, and it gives you shock through the entire system into your spine, and it misaligns your spine. So the only solution is to walk barefoot when you can inside the house. But what do you do outside? When you walk outside barefoot, you can step on things, and that's not good, especially since our feet have not been made to step on things outside, such as glass, bees, which are very dangerous, by the way. And walking on glass barefoot, you can have a lot of health consequences. So what do you do if you really want to enjoy walking barefoot, and yet you don't want to get any of the issues that happen with walking barefoot, and yet get all 100% of the plus things that you can get from walking? Well, A, you can walk inside. 2, you can scan the surface, make sure you're not stepping on anything, but that's not a great solution for you. Plus, you want to feel when you're stepping on things, because it's naturally is great for you. So the solution actually came with a company known as Vibram. Vibram company makes very great insoles, and what they actually decided to create something called barefoot shoes. In fact, I love them so much, I owned 5 or 6 brands of the same exact kind. Well, not the same exact kind, but similar kind of shoes. And here we go, showing you. So I don't just talk about this stuff, and of course, sometimes I actually sell those shoes, because I go through those shoes a lot, and then I'm like, oh, I want to get the latest stuff. So this is pair number 2. I actually have, I think, more pairs, but I couldn't find any more to show you guys. But I have more of them. I really do. I opened the box, and I was like, and there was the long pair of shoe inside of it. I was like, oh, oops. Those are great shoes, by the way, but those are not the shoes I wanted to show you. But there was 2 more versions of those shoes. There's going to be a link on the side of this video to show you a review of my favorite type of barefoot shoes. But let's go ahead and talk about the health benefits of walking barefoot with Vibram barefoot shoes. The insole itself right here protects you from any harm. On the top, the air flows right in. And there's 2 different kinds here that I can show you. This one is the most minimalistic kind of shoes. They're so really easy for you to bend. Another thing about those is that they have very little protection for your feet at the top, so be careful with that. Those are actually made to give you like a glove-like feeling to your feet. This is not to protect it from other kind of elements. So if something like falls on it, yeah, you're gonna be in big trouble. But this is more for just feeling the ground and not stepping on anything and getting hurt. That's why they have this. And yet, when you step on this, you feel the entire surface of the ground. So you're as if walking barefoot. Another great thing about this is just the way those shoes are actually designed. So as you're walking, like this, you're using the front part of your foot when you're stepping. Just because those shoes have been designed in this specific way, just naturally as your foot. So most of the time you're going to be hitting every single time you step with this part, because it doesn't feel comfortable to step with this part, which is you shouldn't be stepping with your heels, because that is actually misaligned when you're walking. And this is what you have to walk with. Now, the only thing about those shoes is that most of us are not used to walking barefoot, and when you start walking barefoot, you're going to be using muscles you never used before. There is going to be a pretty good time that your foot is going to get ready to get trained for walking just like that, especially if you're going to be using those shoes. So give it some time to get adjusted. Don't wear this more than an hour or two when you're just getting started. And of course, if you have a local place where you can get those shoes, or get them, of course, specifically from Amazon, make sure you are correctly getting the right size. So my size is 9, which translates into 41. So I have to get 41 size, which actually translates to 9. And if you're getting them, you have to get them a few sizes from Amazon, because you don't know which is exactly the size that's going to fit your foot. And different kind of vibram shoes have different sizes to them. So once you find the perfect size and the perfect shoe for you, you will love walking so much that you will never want to go back to normal shoes. I swear by those shoes. I love them. The only problem with them, you can't wear them in the winter because it gets really cold. But there is a solution for that too. But the solution is actually winter vibram shoes. I love them so much that I bought them. They're the vibram winter shoes, specifically made so you can wear them in even bad weather. So those have insulated inside material, and you can wear them up to 30 degrees, and I wouldn't wear them anything below freezing, but still they actually work fine. So I love them so much that I have bought not only one pair of those. I have decided what happens if they stop making my favorite type of shoes. In fact, I couldn't decide, and I bought 2 different pairs of them. So now I have the black one and the brown one. So in case this one needs to be washed, I always have the backup for the backup. And there's always needs to be a backup for the backup for the backup, meaning in the summertime I can flip. So pretty much right now I have 4 different pairs of vibram barefoot shoes. I love them so much that I got so many of them, and I'll be wearing and testing every single one of them out because I love checking out new products. So with that being said and done, check out some vibram barefoot shoes. Some of my favorite type of shoes, the ones I own the most in my house, and the ones that make me feel comfortable and want to go outside and feel the outdoors, the great outdoors with them. And you should as well. So check them out and get started enjoying yourself, walking the great outdoors with barefoot shoes, and get those funky looks by people when you're walking with those. They're like, oh, what is this? What is this? Those look weird. If you like the attention, get those in orange color. If you don't like the attention, just get them in black color. Nobody can tell the difference what you're actually wearing.